Exercise 13.2, question number 1. First part. Evaluate the following. Limit x tends to pi by 2 sin x. So how will I do? Directly I can put the value sin pi by 2. That is sin 90. That is what? 1 is the answer. Second part. Limit x tends to pi by 3 sin 2x. So I can write directly value sin 2 into pi by 3. So 2 pi by 3. So I can write sin 2 pi by 3. I can write sin pi minus pi by 3. Sin pi minus pi by 3. Sin 180 minus theta. Like this. Here all are positive, here sin is positive, here tan is positive, here cos is positive, cot is positive. All sin, tan, cos is positive. So this is first quadrant, this is second quadrant, this is third quadrant, this is fourth quadrant. So 2 pi by 3 I am writing pi minus pi by 3. So sin 180 minus theta means in second quadrant. So sin will be what? Positive. So sin pi by 3. Sin pi by 3. Sin pi by 3 means what? Sin 60. So sin 60 value is what? Root 3 by 2 is the answer. Question number second. First part. 1 minute. Okay. Second, first part. Limit x tends to pi by 2 cos 3x. So directly I can put the value cos 3 into pi by 2, cos 3 pi by 2. This I can write what? Cos pi plus pi by 2. So cos 180 plus theta. Cos 180 plus theta means in second quadrant this is 90. Here it is 180. 180 plus theta, sorry. Cos 180 plus theta. So in third quadrant. So in third quadrant only tan is positive. So cos will be what? Negative. So minus cos pi by 2. So minus cos pi by 2 is what? 0. So 0. So answer is what? 0. Cos 90 is what? 0. So answer is 0. Now second part. Limit x tends to 0. X plus cos x. X plus cos x. Limit x tends to 0. Function 1 function plus second function. So I can write different limits. Limit x tends to 0 x plus limit x tends to 0 cos x. I know limit x tends to 0 x, that is what? 0 plus limit x tends to 0 cos x. This is a formula. Limit x tends to 0 cos x is equal to what? 1. So answer is 0 plus 1. Answer is 1. Now question number third. Question number third, part first. Limit x tends to pi by 4 sin 2x by x. Sin 2x by x. So directly you can put the value sin 2 into pi by 4 upon pi by 4. 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4. So sin pi by 2 upon pi by 4. This pi by 4 I can write what? Pi upon 4. So this 4 will go up. So it will be 4 sin pi by 2 upon this pi by 4. I am writing what? 4 upon pi sin pi by 2. Now sin pi by 2, that is what? 1. So 4 by pi into 1. So answer is 4 by pi is the answer. Now second part. Limit x tends to 3 pi by 4 cot x upon 2 plus cot x. Cot x upon 2 plus cot x. So I can see here cot 3 pi by 4 I can write cot 3 pi by 4 upon 2 plus cot 3 pi by 4. So cot 3 pi by 4 what can I write? cot pi minus pi by 4. So you'll get what? 3 pi by 4 upon 2 plus cot pi minus pi by 4. Cot 180 minus theta. So it is in second quadrant. You know it is the rule. All positive, sine positive, tan positive, here cos positive. Is it clear? All sine, tan, cos positive. So cot pi minus pi by 4. So what will you write? Pi minus means it is in second quadrant, so only sine is positive. So here it is cot, so it will be negative. So minus cot pi by 4 upon 2, and here plus cot pi minus pi by 4. So it will be also minus cot pi by 4. And here it is already plus, so plus into minus, minus cot pi by 4. So cot pi by 4 is what? Minus cot pi by 4. Minus cot 45, that is what? Minus 1 upon 2 minus cot pi by 4, that is 1. So minus 1 upon 1. Answer is what? Minus 1. Third is over. Now question number 4. Question number 4. Question number 4. First part. Limit x tends to 3 pi by 4. 2 plus 10x upon 5 plus 4 10x. 5 plus 4 10x. Here it is what? 2 plus 10x. So 2 plus 10, 3 pi by 4 upon 5 plus 4, 10, 3 pi by 4. Is it clear? So this 3 pi by 4 I can write what? 2 plus 10 pi minus pi by 4. I am writing all angles in pi minus or pi plus. Upon 5 plus 4, 10 pi minus pi by 4. 2 plus 10 180 minus theta. All sine, tan, cos. So here tan 180 minus theta. So in this second quadrant, sine is positive, otherwise all are negative. 2 plus 10 pi minus pi by 4. Tan 180 minus theta will be what? Minus 10 theta. So minus 10 pi by 4 upon 5 plus 4 into 10 180 minus theta, minus 10 pi by 4. Is it clear? So 2 plus minus minus 10 pi by 4 upon 5 plus 4 into minus 10 pi by 4. So minus 4 10 pi by 4. So here 2 minus 10 45. That is what? 1 upon 5 minus 4 into 1. So 1, 2 minus 1, 1 upon 5 minus 4, 1. Answer is what? 1 is the answer. Question number 4. First part is over. Now second part. Question number 4. Second part. Question number 4. Second part. Limit x tends to 0. 3 cos x upon x minus pi. So directly you can put value 3 cos 0 upon 0 minus pi. Cos 0 is what? 1. So 3 into 1 upon minus pi. Minus 3 upon pi is the answer. Now question number 5th. Question number 5th. First part. Limit x tends to 0. X sec x. X sec x. So in this case, x sec x. So I will write limit. I know formula, limit x tends to 0. Cos x is equal to 1. Like this we can use the formula. But directly I can't put. So limit x tends to 0. X sec x I can write into 1 upon cos x. Is it clear? So now limit x tends to 0. this 1 upon, this I can write cos x upon x. This x I am writing down to this cos x upon x. So if it goes up, it will be x upon cos x only. Limit x tends to 0, 1 upon cos x upon x. Is it clear? Limit x tends to 0, cos x upon x. Okay, sorry. Here we should not do this. Limit x tends to 0, x into 1 by cos x. So if directly I will put limit x tends to 0, x upon cos x. It is what? Limit x tends to 0, x into 1, that is x upon cos x. So I know if directly I will put value cos 0, that is what? 1. And I know when limit x tends to c, function of x upon gx, I can write what? Limit x tends to c fx upon limit x tends to c gx. I can write both limits separate. Limit x tends to c fx upon gx. I can write limit x tends to c fx upon limit x tends to c gx. Only in one condition, when this limit x tends to c gx value, let it value is L, this value is m. So m should not be equal to 0. In this condition only I can write separate limits. This is the condition. If I write cos 0, that is what? 1. So it is not equal to 0. That's why I can write this limit x tends to 0, x upon limit x tends to 0 cos x. Because limit x tends to 0, cos x is not equal to 0. Is it clear? So limit x tends to 0, x. So here it is what? 0. And here it is what? Cos 0. So 0 upon 1. Answer is what? 0. Is it clear? Now question number 5th, second part. Question number 5th, second part. You can see limit x tends to 0, x cosec x, x cosec x. Is it clear? X cosec x. So I can write limit x tends to 0, x upon sin x. And I know here, if directly I will put this sin x, sin 0 will be what? 0, and here also it will be what? 0. So it will be what form? 0 by 0. That's why I can't write limit x tends to 0, x upon limit x tends to 0, sin x. I can't write this one. Why? Because here limit x tends to 0, sin x will be what? 0. And only in one condition I can write limit x tends to c fx upon limit x tends to c gx. When limit x tends to c fx upon gx is given and you won't write separate limits, only in one condition, when limit x tends to c gx value, that is what? M, and here it is L. M should not be equal to 0. But in this condition, sin x will be what? Sin 0. That is what? 0. So I can't write this. So I have to make some other formula in this. So how will I make? You see. I know one formula related to x and sin x. I know one formula. That is what? Limit x tends to 0. This I can write 1 upon this x upon sin x. I am writing sin x upon x. Is it clear? Limit x tends to 0. 1 upon sin x upon x. And I know one limit x tends to c, 1 upon f of x. I can write what? 1 upon limit x tends to c f of x. 1 directly I can write. So 1 upon limit x tends to 0, sin x upon x. I know formula. Limit x tends to 0, sin x upon x is equal to what? 1. So 1 upon 1. So answer is what? 1 is the answer. Now question number 6 to 10 I will do in next video. Thank you.